What the frick is up, everybody? My name is Jonah Memes, and welcome to the very last marine science project, the Marine Animal Project. I decided that I would make mine on the blobfish. So this presentation was a little bit different from the rest because it focuses on an animal, and that animal is the blobfish, which we know little to nothing about. So it was very difficult for me to get any information on it, but the theme of this project was to make my class cringe. I failed the first time, I failed the second time, so I was like, this time I need to make them cringe. As I just want it to be as embarrassing as possible for me and to just provide secondhand embarrassment. Additionally to that, I also sang the Blobfish song, which got the attention of every teacher in the hallway, and they all came to check it out, so stay tuned for that. So considering that this project had to be on a singular animal, it was the biggest project that I had to do out of all of them, which means that my presentation was 50 slides long. If I uploaded the entire presentation, it would literally be 25 minutes long. So in order to not make this video literally last half an hour, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the best parts. I also wanted to say that my teacher deleted, I think, 13 or 14 slides at the very start. She went through the presentation and deleted 13 to 14 slides. Broke my heart, but it's okay. I forgive her because she's freaking awesome. Anyways, I presented this project. It was a lot of fun. I will also give you guys some context later on in the video because it's kind of hard to see what's happening after all the teachers come check out and see what the frick is going on. As always, everybody, I also really want to thank you guys for your support. It has made me very, very happy to see so many of you guys watching my videos and laughing. That was my goal, so I really appreciate that. And I just really hope that you guys enjoyed this last marine science project. Blobfish presentation. This is the blobfish. It's very beautiful.
I thought you were done.
Very beautiful. Very powerful.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the blobfish again at a different angle, a little bit more towards the top. Here's the blobfish again. I didn't expect that to work. Or the beefish. And here, there used to be a big muscular picture of me Photoshop with many, many abs. Unfortunately, it was lost in the Miss Tate slicing of 2021. This is him again with a lot of sparkles. Here's the first video.
Introduction video. So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for
Do you?
I
saw one of those. Why did you let him bring it home?
Alright.
Can I move on?
No.
I'm going to.
Alright then. Here's
There was another one. It said real introduction.
Oh, I'm sorry.
here's the real introduction video.
Oh.
Oh, is it really you? Yeah, why?
The fish.
Did you make that one?
Where's multiple?
Oh, what did this look like when it's being made?
The way it's zooming in.
It just got clearer.
That is gonna be in my nightmare.
Last sleep for us. There's video blobfish.
This was recorded at 3 in the morning, by the way.
Of course it is.
I can't wait to see if that something is full screen. I can't believe that exists in English.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to.
Halfway done.
Yeah, no.
We can come back near the end.
Okay.
Alright, before we begin this today epic blobfish presentation, I would like to give a quick shout out to all my inspirations, 8 of which have been deleted, but okay.
You are welcome.
My beautiful little kittens. My hero, Mr. Harris.
Oh my god.
Right here.
Wow.
The school
I had
photo.
to leave this one.
When he was caught a fish, he was so happy, my young little boy.
That's the first time.
And right here, took a
Okay,
picture
how
of
did
him
you
on the
get
beach.
pictures?
Those are some questions that I will not answer here. He's a
Okay.
very great man, my AP English literature teacher. Many of you know him in this class.
I would
If
cry.
you don't, I suggest stop over by his class. Don't tell him I made this. He will get very angry at me. He will probably destroy me. But it's okay. We'll tell him over Christmas break, so he has 2 weeks to think about it. All
Just
right.
make a wood bowl and throw it at you.
Before we begin, I would like to have a blobfish I spy. Can you find the blobfish?
No, thank you.
Can you find it?
No.
Can you find it? It's. I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere around this area right here.
The
I don't know if you can find it or not.
Is that a
Oh
good-
my gosh.
All right.
Is that on you?
Yes. And here's a conspiracy, which is that the Queen Elizabeth might be the
queen, she's
blobfish.
single, by the way.
But we don't know, because the blobfish does live a long time.
Why is the Illuminati involved?
It's the same color.
It's the same thing, you know. So the blobfish pop quiz. What is the scientific name of the blobfish? Does anybody know?
Aren't you supposed to tell us?
Does anybody know? I'm just saying. All right. Does anybody know? Here it is. The Cycrolutes marcitus.
Bob.
The domain of the blobfish is eukaryote, or .eukaryote, excuse me. And the kingdom is Animalia. The phylum is Chordata. The class is Actinopergeri. And a quick Dungeons and Dragons reference. But I love playing Sorcerer in Dungeons and Dragons. What class does everybody play in Dungeons and Dragons?
Bard.
Bard? I like a good bard. Anyone else? You there. What's your favorite class to play in Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't even play the game.
You should. This question may be a little bit too political. I understand if you don't want to answer it. But we will get some totally crazy responses. Miss Tate, do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
What do you think?
Yes? You look like a Dungeons and Dragons player. Maybe a mage,
I don't even know.
water
You
sorcerer.
know what a mage is?
You don't know what a mage is.
Now let's continue on.
Miss Tate, come on. We should play sometime, like seriously. The order is Scorpaeniformes.
What?
The family is Cyclomortidae. Oh, here's Vin Diesel. I thought you deleted Vin Diesel. The genus is Cycrolutes, more like genius because the blobfish does eat rocks. Species is P. marcitus. And here's Joe Biden. The appearance differs tremendously comparing ocean versus surface. So here it is underwater, and there's this underwater again. So what happens when it goes up to the surface is it melts. Because the pressure of the ocean is what keeps it together. I just want to make it clear, this blobfish is the biggest joke of an animal I've ever had to study. It does nothing. It only eats. So it has no muscles, it's got no bones, and as you can even see, it literally does nothing. I will go more into this detail later. Until now, we can go on to the next slide. I asked my dad what he thought the blobfish looked like, and he sent me this. And this is 100% true. He said, one ugly face that trigger any type of exclamation, a fatal beauty, resembles of a pile of disgruntled felbum. Basically, a face only a mother could love.
Don't.
He has a way with words.
That is an actual.
Here are more pictures of my father. Where did they come from? Where did they go? They live in the ocean. They are found in the deep waters off the coast of Australia and New Zealand. They float slightly above the seafloor of the ocean, also known as benthic organisms. Found in depths between 2,000 and 4,000 feet below the surface of the water. Normally, most blobfish are less than 12 inches and weigh approximately 20 pounds. That's less than a foot. Reproduction. So this is how they have sex. When a mama blobfish and daddy blobfish love each other very much, something happens and the mama blobfish lays 9,000 eggs. It is unknown what happens or how they reproduce. Some scientists claim they simply do not have any sexual activity and the female simply creates the eggs. Others have much more disturbing theories, and I will not even get into those. After laying the eggs, either the male or female blobfish will literally hover over the eggs and do nothing but eat until the babies are born, and then it will leave forever. The diet. The blobfish is not very smart. That means it will eat rocks and anything that happens to float in front of it while it was hunting. Some common items are marine crustaceans and mollusks. The blobfish will position itself and stay still and eat anything that floats in front of it. Anything. This genius and complex hunting strategy is utilized by the blobfish, especially as it is too fat and weak to chase or hunt food in the conventional method. So going back to what I said earlier, it will eat everything. I'm not even joking on that. It will eat rocks. Whenever they did dissections, they found a bunch of rocks in it. They found shells. This blobfish is so stupid, it can't discern a normal meal from a common ocean rock.
What?
Here's the blobfish life cycle. So whenever it begins at a young egg form, it turns into an invertebrate blob, and then it turns into a bigger invertebrate blob, and then a bigger one until it's an adult, and then it lays 9,000 eggs to repeat the process again. And all it does during this life cycle is it lives. It can't even swim, by the way. It doesn't have a swim bladder, so it just gets carried by the ocean and eats whatever comes in front of it, and then it lays eggs and it dies. And that is it. There's nothing special about the blobfish. It just lives, eats, and then dies. And it also lays 9,000 eggs. So that means that with one blobfish, you have 9,000 more blobfish. And from each of those 9,000 blobfish, let's say half are female, you have 4,500 blobfish that are going to lay 9,000 more blobfish. It's like a parasite because it does absolutely nothing. Nothing, Miss Tate. Imagine researching this and writing a research paper on it. The blobfish inhabits the deep ocean and explores the benthic layers of the... Explores, I say, but really it just floats. As it hunts for food. Hunts, I say, it just opens its mouth. Quote-unquote hunts, because it really just sits there. The blobfish does not migrate and it does not stay in one place. It simply lives. It floats. The ocean waters decide the fate of the blobfish. Endangered? Many scientists say the blobfish is endangered. This is a lie, and I disagree with them. Because if you do the math like I did earlier, the blobfish is actually, in my opinion, quote-unquote overpopulated. We don't know if it's endangered or overpopulated because it lives in the deep ocean, and that means that there's a lot of it. Fun facts, the blobfish has a poorly ossified skeleton. This means that its bones are literally like hairs. You could like tap it and it would shatter immediately. It's so weak and stupid. Just look at it. It has no teeth, it inhales everything. They eat rocks because they are stupid. And they were voted the world's ugliest animal because of how stupid they look. Blobfish live an average of 100 years, but it's more like 130 because nobody wants them to die. Nothing eats this besides us, and when we catch them, we're like, frick, another blobfish, and we throw it back in the ocean because nobody is gonna buy this because it's too acidic, fat, and dumb looking. All right, and now the blobfish song.
Is this the same blobfish song?
No, it's a different one. I'm singing this one. All right, go back to the beginning. Here we go.
You're singing this?
I sure am, except I'm changing the lyrics to blobfish lyrics.
Can I record this?
If you would like.
Okay. It's already being recorded.
Is this appropriate?
It's chandelier, Miss Kate.
Actually, you are changing the lyrics.
Of course.
If you cuss, I'm writing you up.
Party blobfish, don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it, blobfish, blobfish. I'm the blobfish for a good time, pose blowing up, ringing my blobfish. Feel the blobfish, feel the blobfish. 2, 3, blob. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fish. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, blob. Fish, fish, blob, fish, blob, fish, blob, fish, blob, fish, blobfish! Blobfish! Pause?
They have an exam today.
What?
They have an exam.
Writing it down?
They have
The
an
lyrics?
exam.
I'm back to give you guys some context because this scene may be confusing. Right now, after singing that song, the teachers from the classrooms that are beside us and across the hallway have come out of their classroom and come to the door. One of the teachers is doing this hand motion right here. I think that she's trying to tell me to write down the lyrics, when in reality, what she's telling me is that the classroom next door is taking an AP Physics exam. So while they're taking the exam, they were hearing this. Through the walls, and it got all of the teachers to come out and check it out because it sounded like horrific screaming from their end.
It goes right through there, hun.
Okay.
Did Miss White say here?
Can I finish the video?
I'm pretty sure the whole school heard it.
Come on, y'all. We didn't even get a minute in. It's 3 minutes and a half long.
Can you lower the volume by
You'll
like
have to like
75%?
say it.
And here's the closing
What
message.
is this?
The closing message.
Closing message.
Hey everybody, it's Jonah from the past, which is now your present. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your wonderful support on all of these projects. I really appreciate it. And now, I would like to close this project and this video with a floss dance.
Please.
So if everybody
Participate.
in this classroom right now will stand up.
Stand up. Come on. Stand up, guys.
I see you. You're all sitting down. Look. Stand up.
Stand
All of
up.
you, I want you all
Come
to
on,
stand
guys.
up right now.
Stand up. Come on, stand up.
Be
I'm
quiet.
so excited. I can't wait.
I don't think this is gonna happen for you.
Stand up.
From 10.
I don't know.
Somebody stand up. Come on.
I see you. You're not standing up yet.
You're not standing up yet.
Stand up. I want everybody standing up. You too, Miss Tate. Come on.
Come on, Miss Tate. Let's do it, Miss Tate.
Come on. Get
Don't
up.
make me do this alone, y'all. Come on. Don't make me do this alone.
We're about to floss together.
Come on. Somebody stand up right now. Here we go.
I think Miss Tate should do it.
Hit for size just
Oh.
like that. Oh yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Now, in honor of the Blobfish,
Who's participating?
this is marine science class. Can we do
Who's
some-
doing this with me right now? Miss Tate? You feeling up to
a
it?
little faster?
A little
I
faster?
don't know if we can. We're about to find out. Oh.
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 Oh. So fast you can't even see it.
You can't even see it.
Oh.
Is this just you dancing the rest of this?
Come on.
That's
Really
not
do
true, no.
appreciate it, you know.
You scared them, Miss Tate.
Couple of months that they will never be forgotten. I tell you, never. I will never forget these wonderful memories that we have shared. Just with you. And, I love you all. Big smooch from Papa Jonah.
Big smooch.
Mwah.
Big
Love you all
smooch.
so much. I hope that you all have a great life. Yes, great life.
Great life.
Please do. All right. Goodbye.
I'm so disappointed nobody came up and flossed with me.
Did you really think they were going to?
I really did. I did. You know, the bond we share in this class is unbreakable. I think that's it.
That's all, guys.
Did you see the face come?
Wow.